If you like videos like this, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Stay tuned. Good morning, everyone. I just finished the paper route. It's been a rough couple of days trying to get this new route down, having some problems with some customers. Then I question whether, should I write a note and be like, what's going on? Should I just keep my mouth shut and keep doing my job? What was the best course of action? Being a delivery person through the week, you only get paid about 10 cents, a little bit more, a paper. And then if someone calls in and says that you miss, then you are charged $3 for this paper company. So in essence, when one person would call in and say they was missed, it would be like you didn't deliver to 23 people. So that really hurts. So I had this area that decided that in a condo situation, decided that they would call in 4 or 5 of them. And so the next night when the papers came out, last night when the papers came out, I got the misses on there and a whole page of stuff came up. And I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world? Because it just so happens it was raining sprinkly that morning, and I had about 50 papers left bundled and I needed to bag them up. So after I finished that area, I had stayed in the road there, had my window down a little bit for air, and was bagging up the papers right there before I go to the next section. And one of the people came out and talked to me for a minute because they was getting their paper off the porch, and they spoke to me. Well, they were one of the people that had called in and said that their paper was missed for that very day. So it really upset me. So, we're human. When we get wronged or whatever, our first instinct is to be upset and angry and, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do, whatever. So I went through that stuff, but I went through that stuff in my own personal self. I didn't post it. I didn't write anything to them. I didn't call them. I didn't do anything. I went to the paper office yesterday, and they said that they had called the people and that they had said that they didn't receive their paper, which I knew was a lie. So I don't know if the paper people in fact did call, or if those people, because people do try to get free papers, they just do. If their paper's running behind or whatever, and they feel like they're justified in getting whatever, then that's what they do. And it falls back on the carrier, which is sad because we're the last line when it comes to getting the paper out to them. And there's a lot of stumbles along the way that's not our fault. Like the paper machine breaks, so we've got to wait for the papers to be, the paper to be loaded so we can have our papers printed off for us. And we have to wait on our truck number to come up. We can't just, whenever we show up, get our papers. We have to wait in order. And that's not fair, because there's a lot of us that sit down there from almost the beginning of them printing, and then there's others that their papers will be sitting there half the night and they'll never come and get them the whole time we're there. So, but anyway, so I went and they said I was going to have to talk to the supervisor. And I was like, well, I will. I said, that's fine, I'll deal with them. I tried to be calm about it, but I was upset about it. So, went out, visited my parents at the campground yesterday, and I told them what was going on, and I was like, I don't know about this. I just don't know about this third route. I don't know, because it's running me behind, and I just don't understand why people would call in papers that have been delivered. I don't understand why they would do that and take money away from somebody that's trying to work. So after that, I went home and resigned myself that I was just gonna do what I needed to do and deliver my papers like I'm supposed to. So I delivered my first 2 routes completely today, and I just prayed about it in the car, and it was like, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm sure you're going to show me what the answer is. And when I was on that third route, when I just started that route, one of my little ladies, she'd already left me a note last week thanking me for delivering her papers to her porch, because she was on a walker and wasn't able to get down the steps, and the last person was just throwing him in the grass and going on. So I was actually putting them on the porch for her. So today when I went, there was the bags that I had been putting her papers in, and inside the bag was a little banana nut bread thing, and with my name and a tag with my name on it. And so I thought that was real sweet. And then as I was getting to the end and I was going into that section that's been giving me trouble, I mean, there's a whole bunch of them in there, but it's just toward the end where I was having some trouble and I didn't know why. And I still don't know yet, but I had 2 of those customers out there today, and one of the ladies came up to me and took the paper from me and said she wanted to thank me because I was doing such a good job with her paper. And then there was another person that I gave the paper to, and that just made me realize, I deliver over 300 papers. So yeah, there's gonna be a few things that happen along the way, but the majority of the people like what I'm doing, and that I'm something. A paper is not a big deal to me, but to a senior or somebody that's kind of their daily routine, that's what they're looking for. They want to read the paper, see who's in it, what's going on. That's part of their life, because they're not doing as much as what they used to do or whatever. That's in their daily routine. So me being able to put that on their porches or wherever they're wanting for them and helping them, that's something good. But I don't know what's going to happen about those papers. My supervisor that's under the main supervisor, he did finally text me back, because I had texted him upset yesterday and sent him a picture of the paper that I had gotten, and told him that why would I go completely around that circled home place there and just miss those few people at the end of the thing, but yet sit outside of their house and bag papers. I was like, how did that make sense? So, but like you said, looking back, I don't know if they had called in earlier on the hotline and the paper people at the office said that they called, and maybe they didn't really call and check, because maybe they didn't realize, the people didn't realize that maybe they should have called back and said, oh, never mind, I got my paper. So, and I haven't seen any of these people since, and I'm surely not going to be knocking on their door, waking them up, causing issues. I'm trying to take the high road about it. So my supervisor, he is saying that he's going to go to his today and have the charges taken off of my papers, because it's crazy. It essentially, my third route, it essentially knocked out every bit of pay that I would have gotten for that third route from that few people that's called in and said that they missed a paper. So, yeah, just life lessons, I guess. We all get upset about things, and people do us wrong and whatever, but if we can just breathe through it and try to rationalize a little bit, come back to it, and try to think of a better way of coming about it, then a lot of times we can avoid some of the struggles that we put ourselves in. Sometimes we'll go off and post things we don't mean on social medias and stuff like that, when we should just be quiet. We should just zip our lips, be quiet, and just pray about it, and just see what happens. But anyway, so that's my little spiel for today. I am headed to go do plasma. I hope you all have a good day. Bye.